Good evening students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to start a new math chapter, that is angles, and this is as always this is the first session of this chapter. So in this chapter we will solve all total 6 questions from your first exercise, that is exercise 24a. And before starting this exercise, there is some theory part related to angles. Types of angles, different angles formation, and what are the different criteria to form angles. We should discuss thoroughly, then we will directly go to the exercise. So at first, what is angle? Angle? Suppose we have two rays. One ray is OA and another ray is OB. One ray is OA and one ray is OB. We have two different rays, OA and OB. Now when two different rays, they started from same fixed point, two different rays, when they started from same fixed point, then they form an angle. This ray OA and this ray OB, they both of these rays, they started from the same fixed point, that is O. OA ray started from fixed point O and OB ray started also from fixed point O. That is, two ray, when they started from same fixed point, here the same fixed point is O, then they form an angle. Clear? Here this point O, this O point is called vertex of the angle. This O point is called vertex of the angle. And the ray OA and OB, they are called sides or arms of the angle. This ray OA and OB, both of these rays are called sides or arms of the angle. Sides or arms of the angle, OA and OB. Both these rays are called sides or arms of the angle. Clear? Now the angle, you can write angle. This is the angle when two rays meet a fixed point, that is O. Ray OA and OB, when they meet a fixed point, or they started from a fixed point, then angle is formed. Here angle is AOB. That means you can write angle as AOB, or you can write also BOA, or simply you can write it as O. In the three format you can write as AOB, angle AOB, you can write as angle BOA, or you can write simply as angle O. Clear? This is the angle sign. This sign is the angle sign. So that is all about angle, the basic concept how angle is formed. Next, interior of an angle. Interior and exterior of an angle. Interior and exterior of an angle. What is interior and what is exterior of an angle? Now suppose this is the angle PO and this is Q. This is the angle. Now interior means the region that lies within the angle. Interior of an angle means it is a region that lies within the angle. That means here interior means this area or this region is called the interior of the angle. That is a region which lies within the angle, that is within angle POQ. So this region is called as interior of the angle. And the exterior of the angle, what is the exterior of the angle? The region that lies outside the angle. The region that lies outside the angle, that means this region are called the exterior of the angle. That means outside the angle POQ, that is your exterior of the angle. So interior and exterior of the angle is the region which lies inside the region, that is or interior inside the region or within the region of the angle, that is interior of the angle, and outside the region or outside the angle, that is your exterior angle. Next, measuring of an angle. Measuring of an angle. Now measuring, how angle is measured? Angle is measured in unit, in degree. Angle is measured by a unit known as degree. It is written as either you can write is in spelling, or you can write like this. This is the quotation of degree. This is, you can write degree. Suppose we have to write 60 degree, so we can write 60 degree, or you can write 60 degree like this. 45 degree, you can write 45 degree, or you can write 45 degree. That is the sign of degree. Clear? So unit of degree is, unit of angle is degree. This is the unit of angle, degree. This is the unit of angle. Clear? Next, types of angle. How many types of angle are there? Types of angle. So types of angle. First is acute angle. Acute angle. Next, right angle. Right angle. Next, obtuse angle. Next, straight angle. Straight angle. Next, reflex angle. And finally, last one, that is complete angle. Complete angle. Now talking about acute angle, an angle which is less than 90 degree. Angle which is less than 90 degree. Less than 90 degree, that is your acute angle. Less than 90 degree, that is your acute angle. Suppose 45 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree, all angles are less than 90 degree. That is their acute angle. Right angle means angle which is equal to 90 degree. Angle which is equal to 90 degree. That is right angle. Obtuse angle. Obtuse angle means angle which is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Angle which is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. That is obtuse angle. That means if the angle which is greater than 90 degree but also at the same time it will be less than 90 degree, less than 180 degree. Angle which is greater than 90 degree, at the same time it will be also less than 180 degree. That is your obtuse angle. Straight angle, that angle, straight angle, an angle which is equal to 180 degree. Angle which is equal to 180 degree. Angle which is equals to 180 degree. That is straight angle. Clear? Now reflex angle. Reflex angle means the angle which is greater than 180 degree. Greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Greater than 180 degree. Greater than 180 degree but at the same time it will be less than 360 degree also. That is reflex angle. Greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. That is reflex angle. Now complete angle. Complete angle means angle which is equal to 360 degree. Angle which is equal to 360 degree, that is your complete angle. So first acute angle less than 90 degree. Acute angle less than 90 degree. Right angle equals to 90 degree. Obtuse angle greater than 90 but less than 180. Straight angle equals to 180 degree. Reflex angle greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Complete angle equals to 360 degree. So that is all about types of angles. Types of angles. Clear? Now talking about complete angle, talking about this complete angle. Complete angle means talking about specially this complete angle. Angle due to the one complete rotation of ray. Complete angle when it is formed, an angle due to the one complete rotation. Due to the one complete rotation around any point or around any fixed point, that is your complete angle. Clear? That is the complete angle. So the value of complete angle is 360 degree. Like suppose it is a ray OA, that is OB. Suppose it is OC and this is suppose OD. Clear? Now sum of angles around a fixed point is also 360 degree. Sum of angles around a fixed point. Here the fixed point is O, here the fixed point is O. So sum of angle means this angle, this is the, suppose this is the angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3, this is angle 4. So angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 will be equal to 360 degree. That means sum of angles around a fixed point, here fixed point is O. That means sum of angles around a fixed point O will be equals to 360 degree. So that angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, all the sum of these angles will be equal to 360 degree. Clear? So types of angles, these are the types of angles and their value range. Now talking about degree, what is the relation between degree, minute and second? Here degree is classified as this sign, minute is classified as this sign, second is classified as this sign. So what is the relation between degree, minute and what is the relation between degree, minute and second? Now one complete rotation, always remember one complete rotation. One complete rotation means 360 degree. Always remember one complete rotation means 360 degree. Now 1 degree, 1 degree equal to always 60 minutes. There is a relation between degree and minute. And 1 minute equals to 1 minute. 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. That is the relation between degree and minute and second. So 1 degree equals to 60 minutes and 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. And 1 complete rotation means 360 degrees. So that is the relation between degree, minute and second. Always remember this, because this data would be required for adding degree, minute and second. Next, so I'll erase this theory part. Next, adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. So let me first draw a diagram so that you can properly understand. Suppose this is a ray OA. We have a ray. This is another ray OB, and this is another ray OC. OA, OB, OC. 3 rays are there. This is one angle and this is suppose another angle. This is the common vertex. O point is the common vertex between ray OA, OB and OC. O is the common vertex. Now, adjacent angles, there are 3 conditions. By which we can say that 2 angles are adjacent. So, for formation of adjacent angles, 3 conditions are required. Number 1 condition is that they have their vertices at the same point. The 3 rays or more than 3 rays, they have their vertices at the same point, and they should have a common vertex. That is the first criteria for formation of adjacent angles. The 3 rays or more than 3 rays, they have the same point. They have their vertices at the same point and they have a common vertex. Now see, here OA, OB and OC, 3 rays are there. Now in 3 rays, the common vertex is OA. That means one common vertex should be present. That is the first criteria. Here common vertex is O. Common vertex is here O. Number 1. Number 2 condition is that they have one common arm. Now here 3 arms are present, OA, OB and OC. 3 arms are present, but common arm is here between OA and OC. Common arm is OB. It is the common arm. OB is the common arm, because when you write an angle that is BOC, you have to take OB. When you want to write angle BOA, then also you have to take OB. That means OB is the common between OA and OC. So OB is the common arm. So one common arm should be present. That is the number 2 criteria. Number 3 criteria, the other 2 arms, except common arm, the other 2 arms, they should present at the opposite side. Except common arm, the other 2 arms should be present at the opposite side of the common arm. Now this is the common arm. So except this common arm, the other 2 arms are OC and OA, and this OC and OA should be present on opposite side of the common arm. That means OB is the common arm, so OA is at opposite of OB, and OC is it is at the opposite of OB. So 2 other arms except common arm, they should be present on the opposite side of the common arm. So that is the 3 conditions by which we can say that the angles are adjacent. Now by this diagram here, adjacent angle are AOB and BOC, angle BOC. These 2 are adjacent angles because the 3 conditions are there. The first condition, they should have a common vertex. So first condition is here, angle AOB and angle BOC, common vertex is O. So first criteria, first condition satisfied. Number 2 condition, they should have one common arm. So common arm is OB. When you write angle AOB, you have to take OB ray. When you write angle BOC, then you also take ray OB. So OB is the common arm. So number 2 condition is also satisfied. Number 3, except common arm, the other 2 arms should be present to the opposite side of the common arm. That is, OB is the common arm. The other 2 arms are OC and OA. So OC and OA are exactly on the opposite of OB. OC is the opposite of OB and OA is also the opposite of OB. So 3 conditions are satisfied. So we can say that angle AOB and angle BOC are the adjacent angles. So that is adjacent angles. Next vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Suppose we have two rays. This is one ray. Suppose this is AB, and this is another ray. And this is suppose CD, and they intersect at point O. So angles are there. These are the angles, and these are the angles. So what is vertically opposite angle? When two straight lines intersect, the angles on the opposite side of their point of intersection, they are called vertically opposite angles. When two straight lines, here one straight line is AB, another straight line is CD. So two straight lines AB and CD, they intersect at point O. The angles on the opposite side of the intersection point, that means O is the point of intersection, the angles on the opposite side of the point of intersection, that means this angle and this angle. Suppose this is the angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3, this is angle 4. So angle 1 is opposite to angle 2 and angle 3 is opposite to angle 4. So the opposite angles, those angles on the opposite sides of the point of intersection, here the point of intersection is O. So the angles opposite to the point of intersection O are called vertically opposite angles. That means here angle 1 is vertically opposite to angle 2 and angle 3 is vertically opposite to angle 4. So we can write angle 1 equals to angle 2 and angle 3 equals to angle 4 because they are vertically opposite. They formed when two rays or two straight lines AB and CD intersect at point O, and the angles, they are vertically opposite to each other. So they are vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are always equal. So angle 1 will be equals to angle 2 and angle 3 will be equals to angle 4. Next, congruent angles. Congruent angles. Congruent angles. Congruent means equal. So we can say congruent angles or equal angles. Two angles having the same measure. Two angles having the same measure are called congruent angles. That means congruent angles are nothing but equal angles. Angles having the same measurement, they are called congruent angles or equal angles. Suppose this is the angle AOB. Its value is suppose 45 degree, and here it is an angle. Suppose it is PRO. The value is also 45 degree. They are called congruent angles because in both the cases the value of angle is 45 degree. Both the cases the value of the angle is 45 degree. So they are congruent angles. So two angles having the same measurement, they are called congruent angles or equal angles. Clear? So that's the end of theory part. Now we will solve questions from exercise A based on the theory part. So question number 1, it says from each angle given below, write the name of the vertex and the name of the arms and the name of the angle. So we have to write the name of the vertex, name of the arms, and also the name of the angle. So first one, here vertex is O. Point O is the vertex. Here question number 1, first diagram, vertex is O. Vertex is O. O is the vertex. This is the vertex. Name of the arms, one arm is OA and another arm is OB. So arms, one arm is OA and another arm is OB. And also the name of the angle is AOB. You can write angle AOB or you can write angle BOA. Both of the formation is correct. Angle AOB or you can write BOA. Any one of them. That is angle. You can write AOB or you can write BOA. Clear? Number 3. Vertex is M. Here vertex is M. Vertex here is M. And arm is OM, MO and MN. Here arrow is towards O. So we will write MO and MN, not OM. MO and MN. That is the arms. So arms are MO and MN. MO and MN. MO and MN. That is the arms. Next, name of angle. Name of angle means angle NMO or you can write angle OMN. So angles, you can write angle OMN or you can write angle NMO, angle NMO, angle NMO, or you can write angle OMN. Both of these are correct. Next, question, question number 2. In the interior of the angle PQR, name the points in the interior of the angle. Now interior means inside the region within the angle. So within the angle means PQR, that is the interior. So we have to name the points within the interior of the angle. So there are 3 points in the interior of the angle. These 3 points, point B, point A, point X, point B, point A, point X. These 3 are interior, within the interior of the angle, and exterior means outside the angle region, that means outside angle POK. So these four are the exterior of the angle. That means interior points are point B, point A, point X, and exterior means point Q, point M, point N, point S, and point T. They are exterior according to this figure. Next, addition. We have to add first 29 degree 16 minutes 23 seconds and 8 degree 27 minutes 12 seconds. So first one, just add question number 4, part 1, 29 degree 16 minute 23 seconds and 8 degree 27 minutes 12 seconds. So add 3 2s are 5, 2 1s are 3, 35 seconds, 7 6 are 13, carry 1, 2 1s are 3 1s are 4, so 43 minutes, and this is 17. So 37 degree 43 minutes 35 seconds, 37 degree 37, this will be degree, 37 degree 43 minutes and 35 seconds. 3 2s are 5, 2 1s are 3, 7 6 are 13, carry 1, 2 1s are 3 and 1s are 4, and 29 8s are 37. So 37 degree 43 minutes 35 seconds. Clear? Next, number 3. So there is a little difference between 1 and 3, so just see very carefully. Question number 3, 50 here is 27 degree 42 minutes 30 seconds. So 27 degree 42 minutes 30 seconds, and the second part is 56 seconds 38 minutes. 56 seconds, so 56 seconds and 38 minutes. So 27 degree 42 minutes 30 seconds and 56 seconds 38 minutes. 56 seconds 38 minutes. Now add. So 6, 5 3s are 8, so 86 seconds, 8 2s are 10, carry 1, 4 3s are 7 and 1s are 80 minutes 27 degree. So 8 2s are 10, carry 1, 4 3s are 7, 1s are 8. Now see, 86 seconds it is not possible because 60 seconds equals to 1 minute, so we have to convert. When there is more than 60 seconds, if we have more than 60 seconds, more than 60 minutes, then we have to convert. Clear? So here is 86 seconds and 80 minutes, so we have to convert 86 seconds and convert 80 minutes. Now 86 seconds, we know that 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. 1 minute equal to 60 seconds, or you can also write that 60 seconds equals to 1 minute. 60 seconds equals to 1 minute. That means 86 seconds equals to how many minutes? We have to divide 86 with 60. You have to divide 86 seconds with 60 seconds. In your rough space, just divide 60 and 86. So 61s are 60, that is 6 2. So 1 minute 26 seconds. So 86 seconds will be equals to 1 minute 26 seconds. Now 86 seconds equals to 1 minute 26 seconds. So this 1 minute will be added to 80 minutes and remaining will be 26 seconds. This 1 minute will be added to 80 minutes. That means your answer will be 27 degree 80 and 1 will be 81 minutes and 26 seconds. So if you add this, so it will be 27 degree 80 minutes and 1 minutes will be 81 minutes and remaining 26 seconds, so 26 seconds. Clear? Next, here also see 81 minutes. 81 minutes is also not possible. We have to convert it into degree. So 81 minutes is also not possible. More than 60 minutes. So if we have more than 60 minutes, more than 60 seconds, we have to convert. So we will convert 81 minutes like this, like we have converted the second part. Clear? So 81 minutes. So we have a relation. I am just erasing this part. We have a relation between degree and minute, that is 1 degree equals to 60 minutes. 1 degree equal to 60 minutes. So you can also write 60 minutes equals to 1 degree, 1 degree equal to 60 minutes, 1 degree equal to 60 minutes, or you can write 60 minutes equal to 1 degree. So you have to convert 81 degree. So 81 degree equal to 81 minute, 81 minute equal to how many degrees? So you have to divide 60. You have to divide 81 with 60. So divide 81 minutes with 60 minutes. So 81 with 60, 81 with 60, so 60 ones are 60, 1, 2, so it is 1 degree and 21 minutes. 1 degree 21 minutes. If you divide 81 minute with 60, it will be 1 degree and 21 minutes. So this 1 degree and 21 minutes, because 1 degree means 60 minutes. So 60 minutes and 21 minutes, 81 minutes, so 1 degree 21 minutes. Now this 1 degree will be added to 27 degree and remainder 21 minutes will be there. So final answer will be 1 degree and 27 degree, so 28 degree. So 28 degree and remainder is 21 minute and 26 seconds. That is the final answer. 28 degree, 21 minutes, 26 seconds. I am repeating again. First add the given questions, that is degree, minute, second, just add. Now see whether this minute and second is greater than 60 degree, 60 minutes or 60 second. If you have greater than 60 minutes or greater than 60 second, you have to convert. In this question, in question number 1, there is minute and second which is less than 60 degree. We have got minutes and seconds which is less than 60 degree, so there is no need to convert. But in question number 2, we have minutes and seconds which is more than 60 minutes, more than 60 seconds, so we have to convert. So just first convert second part. So we have the relation between second and minute is that 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. So we have to convert 86 seconds, and we have converted 86 seconds. Then we have got the minute part, so just add minute part to this 80 minute, so that will be 81 minutes 26 seconds. Now 81 minutes which is more than 60 minutes, so there is a relation between degree and minute, which is 1 degree equal to 60 minutes. So divide again 81 with 60. So we have 1 degree, 21 minutes. So 1 degree will be added to 27 degree. So that is 28 degree at 21 minutes. That is the remaining part, 21 minutes, and finally 26 seconds. So 28 degree, 21 minutes, 26 seconds will be the final answer. Next, question number 5. In the figure given alongside, name 3 pair of adjacent angles. 3 pair of adjacent angles. 3 pair of adjacent angles. So for formation of adjacent angles, there is 3 criteria. First one is they should have a common vertex. So to formation of adjacent angle, there is 3 criteria. First one is they should have a common vertex. Number 2, they should have one common arm. And third condition, the 2 arms except common arm, they should be present on the opposite side of the common arm. The 3 criteria. So first criteria, see the 3 pair of adjacent angle, this pair, and this pair. These 3 will be your adjacent angles, because angle AOB, angle BOC, and angle AOD, these 3 pairs will be your adjacent angles. 3 pairs, angle AOB, BOC, that is BOC, and AOD, these 3 pairs, because in these 3 pairs there is one common vertex, that is vertex O. So number first criteria satisfied, common vertex O present. Number 2, one common arm. So if you take angle AOB and angle BOC, common arm is OB. If you take angle AOB and angle AOD, common arm is OA. If you take angle BOC and angle BOC and BOD, common arm is OB. So common arm is OB and OA. So common arm is present. Number 3, other arms of the angles, they are on the opposite side of the common arm. So other arms except common arm. So if you take AOB and angle BOC, so common arm is OB, and other 2 arm is OC and OA. So they are opposite to each other or opposite to common arm. If you take angle AOB and angle AOD, common arm is OA, and except common arm, the other 2 arms are OB and OD, so they are also opposite to each other. So third condition is also satisfied. So 3 conditions are satisfied. So we can say that these 3 pairs are adjacent angles, AOB, BOC, and AOD. Next to acute angles. Acute angle means less than 90 degree. angle which is less than 90 degree, they are acute angle. So here these two are your acute angles, angle AOB, angle AOB and angle AOD. These two are acute angle because these two angles are less than 90 degree. Angle AOB, this angle AOD, this angle. These two are acute angles, AOB and AOD. Next, last question, question number 6. In the given figure, PQR is a straight line. So there is a figure given, PQR, it is a straight line. If SQR 75 degree, SQR means SQR, this angle is 75 degree. So we have to find out angle PQS, angle PQS. Now see, this total angle is 180 degree. This total angle is 180 degree because it is a straight line. We have studied in classification of angle that there is a angle named straight angle. There is an angle named straight angle which is equal to 180 degree. Now this is the straight angle which is equals to 180 degree. So this total angle is 180 degree and only this part is given as 75 degree. So if we subtract 75 degree from 180 degree, we will get this part, that is angle SQP. So angle SQP, or you can write angle PQS will be equals to 180 degree minus 75 degree. That means it will be 105 degree. 105 degree. Next, question number 2, PQS equal to 110 degree. PQS means PQS. So this part is only 110 degree given. We have to find RQS. So RQS. So this is the same question. This part is given 110 degree and this total part is 180 degree. So we have to find out only this part, RQS. So just subtract 110 degree from this total part. So angle RQS will be equals to 180 degree minus 110 degree. That means 70 degree. This part is 110 degree given. We have to find out this part. So this that means SQR part or RQS part, you can write as RQS or SQR, both is same. So if this total angle is straight angle, that is 180 degree, and we have got this angle 110 degree. So this part will be just subtract 180 degree from just subtract 180 degree minus 110 degree. That means we have to subtract 110 degree from this total portion, 180 degree. That means answer will be 70 degree. Clear? So this question is also complete. So question up to question 6 we have completed, and the next session we will continue from question 7. Okay? Thank you.